The traditional model in universities is based on a situation where the students spend most of their times in their classroom. So that's the classroom is the focal point. And every once in a while they may go, do a project outside, etc., or go for a trip overseas or whatever it is. We believe that the experiential learning model is much more powerful. Why? Because it integrates the classroom experience with the world experience. I keep saying that the world is too interesting to ignore. So what is the experiential model? The students go on long-term internships for 6 months. They work in a company. They work in an NGO. They work in a not-for-profit. They have to apply to it. They have to apply to get the job. And they have to prepare to understand the company or to understand the not-for-profit. They have to understand themselves. How can they come across in the discussion? And once they are selected, they have to understand the environment they are in. As a consequence, they start to learn what they are good at. They start to learn what they are not good at. They start to learn how to interact with other people. They start to see what they like, what they don't like. They start to understand that they need more knowledge in this domain, or to interact with people from other disciplines in this domain. And then when they come back, we integrate what they have done in the classroom. So the experiential model is a powerful model because it's the ultimate form of a personalized experience and a personalized education for the learner. The learner gets to understand herself, and the learner gets to understand the environment she's in, and then the learner gets to understand what kind of impact the environment is having on her and she is having on this environment. And that's the purpose of education, is to bring people to understand themselves and impact the world and be impacted by it. My recommendation is not the balance between the two, but my recommendation is that if your first co-op is, let's say, in Shanghai or in Mexico or in London or in Cape Town, do the second co-op in a different environment, in the United States, in an area you don't know, in a place you don't know. Because ultimately, when you are in a personalized experience, what counts is your own journey, and it's not a balance between 60 and 40 or 70 and 30. So that's what I am recommending. I'm recommending that this is the best way to understand who you are and who you want to be. And then let yourself go on this journey. First, before getting into that, we are seeing a shift, a major shift, from an environment that is focused on the teacher to an environment that is focused on the learner. So we are not in a teacher-centered environment, we are in a learner-centered environment. So where do people learn? People learn everywhere, from a teacher, from each other, from their co-op experience, from the research they do, from the entrepreneurship. So there will always be a role for the teacher. But the teacher is a coach. The teacher is a facilitator. The teacher is not the center. The center is the student.